Catholic schooling in America began in the 1600s and became prominent in the early 1800s, often catering to immigrant children and located in major urban centers. Today, in cities like San Diego, many of the Catholic elementary schools are once again serving that original need.
I believe in my study of the foundations of Catholic schools that they were founded primarily to reach the children of immigrants and to help them in a new situation in a new country with faith and values and a strong basic skill environment. And I feel we're becoming that way again.
The Diocese of San Diego is divided into sections called deaneries. The Cathedral Deanery, which includes much of San Diego's inner city, includes 9 schools, most of which are in severe financial condition.
Many of the schools are in areas that have demographically changed. They don't have the monies for the parents to earn locally present the way they did in the past. So the financial income has lessened, but the parents still want to send their kids to Catholic schools.
The one problem we see is that a lot of our families are low to middle income families, and they're really seeing a significant pinch with the economy now. So we're finding that either they're deciding not to come back to our school, or they're asking us for a tuition break. And we're doing the best to try to accommodate them because we need to get the kids in the door to be able to have our school functioning.
Tuition costs, rising as they do, have impacted the ability for parents to pay. And that affects our budget because tuition is the largest source of income in our budget.
Our tuition is an average of about $2,025 a student. And nobody pays the true cost of education here because we can't charge that because the people in the community can't afford it. It actually costs us $4,045. So about $2,000 is money that is not coming in through tuition per student.
Well, I think it's very obvious that our parents are really making a tremendous sacrifice to send the children here. Most of our parents have double jobs, some of them even have more. And so it's a true sacrifice.
This lack of tuition funding is impacting the schools in many ways.
We need a new school building. We are trying to keep it together. We try to keep it clean as we can. But things are falling apart and things are breaking down.
It does come sometimes where we're playing a game and the ball's popped and we had to wait, a few weeks before we can get another one because, we only have so many for the year.
We had to cut back on our staff, so we've kind of gone from a full staff to a bare bones staff now, which has taken away some of our classroom aides, our computer teacher, our librarian.
One of the things that I really stress with the kids is that if they ever, if something that they need for class is something that, it just can't happen, then, they should not feel embarrassed to say, Mr. Magana, the book that you want us to buy for our literature class, there's no way my family can afford it. And, I make the effort, to get them copies of the books that they need. Occasionally I will buy an entire class set for the class.
It's the idea of the students that you can't serve or the student that has special needs that with additional funds, their needs could be met.
I got an A in social studies final. She's Claudia. She got an A too.
One aspect that has not been lost on those affiliated with the schools is the tremendous value they bring to the students, families, and parishes within their community. And they want all to be aware of this unique quality.
This school is very important. We came here by accident with our first son. Even though we belong to the church, we never thought that we would be able to put our children here at the school. But we saw the value of the importance of religion in our children and the small family atmosphere that the school would provide for our kids. And that's what's kept us here. After our first one, there was no question. All our children were going to have to come through St. Jude Academy. It was just, it didn't matter what we were going to have to do to make sure they came, but we were going to do it because we wanted all of that experience for each one of them.
Coming here, they feel kind of a safety with, bringing your kid to a Catholic school. They said there's the unity, there's the safety of leaving your kid at school and not having to really worry of, is he going to get beat up? Is he going to be made fun of?
Parents have been in a situation where they don't know where to turn to, and they come and ask, well, can you take a shot on our kid? And we've done that, and we've brought them in here. We're not miracle workers, but we do the best we can, and we've turned those kids around to be able to have them see what a quality education can provide for them.
I never put down public schools because I feel, where would our country be without free public education? But we can offer so much more, and that is a value system and a religious focus that benefits everyone in the community, and not just if they're Catholic.
One of our parents brought the child back to our school because she said, my child needs this environment, my child needs the structure, my child needs the challenge. And one of our little boys did come back after leaving us and said to me one day, I like it here because I get challenged. And that's music to my ear as a teacher or anybody.
While various forms of fundraising and drastic cost-cutting measures have been enacted, the schools are placing their hope in alumni, parishioners, and members of their local communities to recognize their intrinsic value and step in with financial support.
We need to find some way that the alumni of our Catholic schools can help us keep our new kids in school. If the alumni from our Catholic schools want to be models for our future children, this would be a time to come and help us. We're begging for help.
I think one of the core values, again, core constituencies that we as Catholics have to remember and serve are those that are less privileged than ourselves, so that the schools that make up kind of the inner city, which in one sense have had a better day in terms of numbers, in terms of demographics, those are important parts of the Catholic community in San Diego, and they need to be served. We all tend to kind of get in our own little, literally, parish or become parochial. And I think we have to expand that and remember that an important part of our family are those that are not as privileged perhaps as others.
God did not come to the rich, he came to the poor. And he said, this world belongs to the poor. So we are trying to do the same as God has told all of us. Make it affordable. Make it for everybody, not just the few.
The future of our Catholic Church is the future of the children.
At school, you have that day-to-day presence of children experiencing their faith and what they're involved with, which is their education.
Have parents come up to me and they say, I'm really glad I put my kid here, because they see, the dramatic change from when they were at a different school, and they come here and they say, wow, it's such a great experience. I'm glad I brought my kid here.
I think we are really a beacon of light. I think when people pass by our school, it's a reminder that there is some faith, there is education.
As a mission of the Catholic Church, education is probably the most significant area of our evangelization. And without Catholic schools, I think our society suffers, and especially the Catholic Church will suffer.
Please consider assisting the schools of the Cathedral Deanery through a contribution of time or financial support. Contact your pastor for more information.